Hey, Shalom, Yeracho. I'm gonna give you a little Bible study, a little Hebrew alphabet teaching from the picture language here. So this is strictly for you. And what we have here, Yeracho, is I wrote your name in the Hebrew alphabet picture language, and I want to teach you about your name and how important your name is, because names show you who you are. And in Hebrew, the Abrit, it says your name, Yeracho, which is the Yud, which means hand, the Resh, which is the head of a man, and you're a man, you're just a little man, and the Chet, okay? And the Chet it means a fenced in. It's like a fence of protection around you. And as you can see, you see these little slants right here. If you have a privacy fence, wooden fence in your yard, and it looks like little fence pickets in the top and the bottom of the fence. So Yahusha's fenced you in. And then we have the wall, which is the nail, and it means to fasten. And Yahusha's hand is on you. And you are the head and the first in your family of your firstborn, your mother's first son. And in your lineage, the firstborn son is the preacher. And he's fenced you in. And he's fastened himself to you with his debar and his word. But what I have found very interesting, and when I was studying this for you, Yeracho, was the word, the rach, which is the rach. And it's in your name. And the Rach HaKodesh is like the spirit. It's the fire and the anointing. And this is what is going to incorporate in your life to help and you learn to preach and teach this truth. I remember when you first talked to me, and you told me that you don't do Easter or nor Christmas, and you told me why. Because these things you were telling me were words of a preacher. And whenever some little child, a little man, a little preacher's preaching to a preacher, I'm going to listen. Because I will listen to you, and it doesn't matter if you're little or not, but I'm going to listen to you. But I want to tell you what the word Yeracho means and give you some more definitions of it. It means to be refreshed. And when you were telling me what you told me, this was a refreshing. You see, those were refreshing words. And you told me you were 5 years old, and the Yad is on you in the hand of Yahusha. And being 5, which is the letter Hey, which we get the word Yah from. And so I knew that Yah was speaking through you. But it's to be refreshed. And there's also to deliver a smell, an aroma. You see, you delivered an aroma to me. And it means to accept and to make of quick. It means understanding. These are things that your name means. Understanding and life. You see, you have some understandings that you gave me from my life. And it came from your life, which came from Yahusha's life, so it's for all of us. But it means also a resemblance rock, a resemblance spirit. You're resembling Yahusha. You're a rational person. And it means that you have a lot of courage. And your mind is the wind, the breath of Yahusha, the Rach, the Aluf. And it means to be satisfied. You see, you gave me satisfied words. But let me go into a little storyline here. Yeracho is also a fenced-in city. It was a garden of palm trees. It's funny, I started looking into all these things, and all of a sudden, things your mom and I have talked about, and there's a garden. But it's also where the Yasharites, they crossed over. And they got the name Abrit from the Hebrew. The name Abrit Hebrew. They got this name when they crossed over the river. You see, all this happened at Yeracho. You've crossed over, son. You're speaking of a Hebrew child. And we can find this in Joshua 3:16. It means crossed over. It's something else your mom and I talked about one time, that I said I want to be like Elijah, and I want to incorporate what I have in you like Elijah did Elisha. And in my study, I found through this meaning of Yeracho that Elisha's fountain is 5 miles west of the Jordan. The hand of Yahusha is 5 miles away. We find the name Yah in the word Yeracho. It's not much of a distance. And in 2 Kings 2:19 and 22, it was the most important city. And Yahuwah gave it into the Hebrews' hands. The word Yud. You see? And Joshua was the head in the first. And they took the silver and the gold and all the precious brass and the iron, and they were reserved and put into the house of Yahuwah. You're being reserved to be in the house of Yahuwah, a preacher. And Yahusha also visited on his last visit to Yehushalom. And he gave the sight to the blind men. Matthew 20:29 through 34. Mark 10:46 through 52. Luke 18:5. But he brought these blind men their sight. The Abrit. The Hebrew is a visual language. In Yeracho, you preach this because people can see the truth to bring them to salvation. And it means brought salvation to the house of Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was a little bitty short man, and he was a tax collector. He climbed the tree. And Yahusha sent him at a distance and said, Zacchaeus, you come down. I'm going to abide in your house today. Luke 19:2 through 10. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind, the breath of Yahuwah. I want to leave something behind. I want to leave a double portion. Second Kings 2:1 through 22. And it says, thereof in his firstborn he shall lay the foundation. But Yeracho, this is a lot to study, but let's focus on your name again. Yud, hand, Resh, the head. Chet, his hand is on your head and your mind. He's finished your teachings in, and he's fastened himself his rock. Rock is in your name. He's fastened himself. His hand is upon you. Pretty neat, isn't it? Well, I can't do nothing no more than just teach you. And I know you're wanting to learn and you're willing to learn, so all I can do is just teach you. Because I've got some experiences that I can share so that you will progress faster. And you're young and innocent. You won't have no doubt because you haven't had the things in life that are hard to make you think I can or can't. All you know is what I tell you. And you will have a pure mind because his hand is on your head and your mind. And he's got it fenced in at a young age. And he's fastened himself to you. Shalom Torah. Thank you, Amber. And a brach to your family. Torah. Shalom.